Hello there, and for today's video, you might have already seen it. I travelled to the Lego store and I picked up this Halloween set, the Cat and Mouse, which isn't particularly a new set. I believe it's just as old as this set. Here, the Christmas tree with the wintertime polar bears. But my fiance's already built most of it and asked if I wanted to build the mouse. So once I've built that, I'll be reviewing both of these sets with plenty of time for you to pick them up for Halloween or Christmas if you like the look of either one. And before I start, I would like to say they do go perfect together. Their bases are pretty much identical, so if you've got the space for one at Halloween, you have the space for the other at Christmas time. But let's waste no more time and get into the build. Whilst I'm building this set, I'd just like to let you know that I couldn't find the QR code for this to scan on Lego Builders, and likewise there was no QR code to scan on the polar bear set, so perhaps they were either in the works before 2018 and have just genuinely lasted this long, or these sets are not included in the Lego Insiders, and perhaps them being seasonal, Lego don't care as much about how many of these sets are being bought and by whom. Much like the Lego Dream sets that also, as far as I can see, do not have QR codes to scan. As if you watch my review of the Lego Dreams Village, you'll see that the instruction manual doesn't have a QR code. And whilst this Insiders program is beneficial for all the QR codes you can scan, I have had a few other problems with it, like my Lego City instructions having a blurred QR code that wasn't able to be scanned. However, if you have similar problems like that, just reach out to Lego, and as long as you can provide proof that you bought the set, they will send you the 20 points. And you can see there's quite a few spare pieces in this set, though we'll get to that in a minute. This is what the final model looks like, and it does look very nice. You've got the mouse coming out of the pumpkin, which it seems to have munched its way through. A nice black cat, which isn't entirely black, which can either be a good or a bad thing, as it means we get a few dark bluish grey parts which make it look better than perhaps if it was black and gives it a bit more definition. However, I do think they've chosen this because of these pieces on the tail here. Obviously Lego do not make them in black at this time, and perhaps if they do in the future, it'd be nice to come back and make this cat completely black, fit in with the Halloween style. However, I believe that is the reason they've chosen to use these dark bluish grey pieces all around the legs, the tummy, and even a stripe on the back that goes partially up to the head. But it's not a bad build for a cat, so it isn't that much of a problem. And I like the Halloween colours. You've got a little pumpkin there, a pumpkin growing in the back. Will definitely grow a pumpkin bigger than these ones, but you've got a few little autumn leaves around as well. And of course the big jack-o'-lantern pumpkin with the mouse sticking out. If I give you a 360, you can see there's no bad back to the build. Much like sets that are meant for play, such as the T6 and Ariel's display set. So you could have this on the table as a small centerpiece, or as most people will display it, on a fireplace or a central display unit amongst all the other Halloween decorations. Now if we take a look at the spare pieces, you can see there's a lot of 1x1 plates, tiles and cheese slopes, and there's even a few studs, including a red and a green and a yellow flowery one. And you also get a spare eyeball tile which goes on both the mouse and the cat. In fact, you do get two, so you can build your own creature to go along with them. And you also get a spare whisker, which if you manage like me to also pick up the Wolverine minifigure from the new Marvel CMF series, means you have two spares and can use them for perhaps feet of a penguin, as I think that would look really cool. Or even if you wanted to give your other minifigures adamantium claws, like Wolverine's. So overall, a bunch of good spare pieces, none of them too rare. Perhaps the rarest are them pieces used for the cat's whiskers, but overall I think this is a very nice set, and to go along with it for the more festive season that is Christmas, or however you spend your winter holidays, this polar bear is a very nice piece to display in place of this Halloween set. And it's very nice, as when October comes to the end and November hits, you can just box this up in its original box, as it does fit in its box without having to take it apart. In fact, I can show you just how easy it is to slide it in the box, and as long as you're not throwing around the box or chucking it in with most of your other decorations. It shouldn't be any problem to store it like this. And whilst Lego can be a bit fragile, as long as there is no heavy boxes put on top or anything else, you just tape up the box, put it on a shelf, perhaps at the back of one of your other Lego displays, and then when the time is right, all you've got to do is open the box and slide it back out, which is perhaps the hardest part, as I did just spin the mouse and knock off this piece down here, but it's still pretty much built. Perhaps spinning the mouse back around is the only thing you'll need to do because of that towel, and it's ready to be displayed once again. Now, if we take a look at the back of the box, you can see that the polar bear set is indeed on the back, just in this top corner, and vice versa. Spinning round the Christmas box, you'll see in the same corner you've got the cat and mouse for Halloween. So these were sold at the same time, perhaps come out around the same time, as if you did watch my Lego store adventure, you'll know that all the Christmas stuff is already out, and I do recommend getting both of these, especially if you have an interest in one, as they're really neat, and I'd love to see Lego do more of, or at least keep doing, these Lego display pieces. As for any Lego fan, it's great to be able to display Lego amongst your other seasonal decorations. And as I said, you could even start putting this Halloween set out now, as it's not too spooky and Halloween-esque and fits in just with your other autumn and fall accessories. So perhaps displaying this from September to October, the polar bears come out November, December, January, and then by February you're already looking at your Easter decorations, and I can perhaps buy a bunny or another one of their Easter sets to display from then until the summer. And over the summer there are plenty of sets to choose from. You can even display one of the larger sets, such as the Creator 3-in-1 Parrot, and then you're back to the start displaying the Halloween. So I really do like these sets, and I hope you enjoyed my review of the pair of them. As I said, the cat and the mouse will be staying out from round now till we put up the Christmas decks, where the polar bears come out in November and will see us through to the new year, where who knows what other Lego sets we'll be getting. If you want to see what's rumoured, do check out my Lego rumour and releases video for Lego Star Wars in particular. Perhaps I'll be able to cover some other Lego themes. If you want to see that, let me know down in the comments below. And subscribe so you don't miss any of my awesome Lego content. May the bricks be with you always.